Hello and welcome to yet another video. As we keep mentioning in this channel, our goal or our purpose is to walk with you throughout your career journey by sharing insightful career tips or advice that will help you move from one level to another as a professional. Today we are looking at some of the job search networking mistakes that are very common that we need to avoid as a professional, as a candidate, when you are in between jobs. And I believe what we are going to share with you will come in handy in your job search journey. As usual, my name is Mary and I'm glad to be joined by Sylvia in this conversation. Thank you, Sylvia, for joining in.
Thank you, Mary, for having me.
We are talking about job search networking mistakes. And just before we look at the mistakes, why is networking in itself important in job search?
Thank you, Mary, so much for asking me that question. Indeed, networking is very important for any professional. As we all know, no man is an island, right? So you need people to build or just rather to progress in any aspect of life. So networking basically helps you to build on relationships, because it's that relationship that you're building is what will help you to open doors to the opportunity you're looking for. It also facilitates the exchange of ideas. When you get to meet new people, you're able to learn from them. You're able to know something you didn't know, or you're able to know how to tackle a situation or a problem or an issue you want to resolve. It also aids on career development. And as you're progressing in your career, or rather you're being assisted to progress in your career, it's going to aid on you personal growth. Of course, for any professional, you want to progress from one stage to another. So you need networking to aid you to shorten the journey. As a professional or wherever you're employed to achieve something. So by networking, you're able to strengthen on the business relationship, and it can aid you even for the business you're doing and just be able to achieve success.
And as the saying goes, every now and again, we keep repeating that your network is your net worth.
Yes.
Out of experience, what are some of the common networking mistakes that you've seen candidates make in their job search journey, and how can this be avoided?
Oh, thank you, Mary. Because even as we are networking, there are strategies you should be able to employ. When you meet somebody for the first time, don't ask for too much from them during the initial point of contact. You don't want to meet somebody and you're busy talking, and then the next minute you're telling them, by the way, here is my CV, I'm looking for a job, can you assist me? Just being too blunt with somebody, yet you've not even established rapport with them. You don't have a relationship with them. So asking for too much at the point of contact is a no-no, and that's one of the mistakes as a professional you should be able to avoid. And also, maybe you're networking with somebody, you're in a certain event, and maybe instead of conversing, you're too quiet in the conversation. So it looks like you're afraid to interact with somebody, and people can be able to read from small signs that you're trying to show. And they will see you as somebody who is not confident. So it will act as a negative point for you. Something else that when you're networking, professionals can be able to avoid is just being overly cautious. You're trying to be too uptight with yourself. Try to relax. It's a conversation. You're just meeting a fellow human being. Even if it's somebody who is superior to you, there's nothing much they can be able to do to you. The worst that can happen is for them to just say hi and they walk away from you. So don't be too uptight on yourself. You also need to you're meeting somebody, maybe you're conversing, but you want to dominate the conversation. You want to be too controlling because maybe from the way you've practiced, you want to showcase that you know everything, you know too much. It's a conversation. Let the person talk, and you should also talk. Don't be too controlling when you're networking with somebody. Controlling can also come in after the conversation. Maybe you've exchanged contacts. You don't give this person space. You're too nagging. You call them today, you email them today, you follow up with a WhatsApp. You become nagging. And the next thing that they're going to do, they're going to block you.
Oh, sure.
So you also don't need to seem like you're too needy. So just do it in moderation. Something else is not being polite. You should have your manners. If somebody does something to you that is good, say thank you. If maybe it's something you want from them, as much as this somebody is new, you say please. Yeah, you don't want to look like you don't have your manners as a professional. Yeah, so you need to also be have that in
very
mind.
courteous.
Be courteous. Yeah, and of course, last but not least, failure to follow up. Yes.
Follow-ups are key.
Yes, you've established this contact. You have their number. You have their email. And then at the points of contact, you're very bubbly, you're very happy. But the minute you exit that conversation, it's like it's never happened. So 3 years or 1 year or 2 months, 3 months down the line is when you're looking for a job is when you remember, I had a certain contact. That's too late. Yeah. When you establish contact with somebody, remember to follow up. But remember also not to seem very needy and too naggy. Yes.
Interesting. As we wrap up this conversation, I do agree with you on some of the mistakes that you have highlighted that professionals do make, because nowadays networking is one of the major ways into which someone can be able to land another opportunity very fast. What would be your advice to a professional watching this video when it comes to networking during job search?
Thank you, Mary, for that. Just to sum it up, when you know you're going to network with somebody or you're going to an event, take it upon yourself to prepare. Yeah, just rehearse. Like, if I'm going to meet somebody, what am I going to say? You don't want to go there, somebody says hi to you and you go blunt. Yeah, you don't know what to say. So always prepare. Another advice I can be able to tell professionals is be very intentional with the networks you want to establish. Again, you don't want to network with everybody. It's good to network, but what are you aiming to get out of it? Yeah, which lines do you want to establish? Yeah, so it should be very intentional. Have a list of the people you'd want to meet, people who can help you be able to move to the place where you want to be. Also make sure you don't want to just network for the sake of networking. You have to leverage on those relationships. Make a point of following up, or you can also keep a calendar of the people you're meeting and how they can be able to assist you in one way or the other. Whether it's maybe aiding you in your career progression or just being able to help you when it comes to just business relationships. Yeah.
Wow, that's a huge eye opener. They need to be very intentional, even with the networks that you're creating. You just don't want to have your phone book full of new contacts, but they're not able to come in handy when you need it the most. Interesting. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you, Mary.
Great. I believe you found this conversation to be very insightful, very helpful, and I know it will come in handy for you as a professional. Our goal is to work with you throughout your career journey, and we encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Share with us in the comment section the areas that you would want us to tackle in our upcoming videos, and we will be glad to have a look at them as well. Thank you for watching this one, and see you in the next video.